How's it going, everybody? This is BeatTheBush. Minimalism is your path to early retirement. This video is brought to you by Webull. It's a free trading app. If you download it and deposit $100, you get 2 free shares. Check out my referral link down in the video description below. All throughout my pre-retirement life, I've used this rule of thumb in order to save money. As this t-shirt says, don't buy it, you don't need it, but it does not always apply for every single item. A lot of people like to look at this shirt and say, hey, you know, BeatTheBush, you buy lots of things. Your t-shirt says don't buy it. So maybe I shouldn't even buy this t-shirt. I shouldn't even buy these pants. I should not buy this couch or anything at all. The question here is, are you retired yet? If you are, then maybe you can actually afford to buy anything that you want. If you are retired, yes, go ahead and buy it as long as you can remain retired. If you're not retired yet and the item costs less than 10% of what you actually save, then yes, you could probably still afford this comfortably. Now, why do I say you can still spend 10% of what you save? If you save $1,000 a month, spending $100 is not gonna do very much damage to your savings rate. If your income grows to the point where you can save $5,000, then you can comfortably spend $500 on whatever that you want. You can buy a game console that month if you want. You can go and eat a fancy dinner for $500 a person if you want. So if you base what you buy on how much you actually save, then you don't really have to limit yourself all that much. There's still a lot of people that still goes down in the Teespring links and they go ahead and buy this t-shirt. Now here's a criteria where I think you can actually buy it. Maybe you want to support this channel for whatever reason. But if you have 10 t-shirts already, I'd say, you know, just skip it. Don't even buy this thing. If you only have like 2 t-shirts in your closet, yeah, sure. Maybe it can remind you to not buy other things. This t-shirt really is a hat tip to minimalism. And I think in the future, most people are gonna be minimalists. I personally am very much into spaceship movies, anything that is science fiction related. And in these stories, most of the time they are on these very sleek looking spaceships, and most of the time people don't own very much because they are in space. It costs a lot of money in order to carry all this stuff through space or even exit orbit with just 1 kilogram of stuff. So the stuff that you carry with you better be essential. In Star Trek, they would carry these duffel bags that are about this size. And this is everything every single person carries. Now, when I look at this, I'm like, wow, you know, I can't imagine if one day I can achieve something like that where I don't have that much, you know, to carry myself as well. So when you don't really buy all that much, you can imagine it saves you a lot of money because you're not spending money on random material things that you're gonna throw away anyway. I really do think that people are starting to realize that material things do not make people happy. Just check out Maslow's hierarchy of people's wants and needs. It's not that people don't need any material goods at all. For example, people need a house, right? Because this satisfies the most basic needs of security, safety, and warmth. Right now, I am in this place. It gives me security because there are walls and locked doors and locked windows. There is a sense of safety, and then, you know, you can heat the home and, you know, you'll stay warm inside. But when you look at the higher tiers of the Maslow's pyramid, it starts to get into things that are not actual physical things. These are more intangible things, such as relationships and friends, being on the 3rd tier. On the 2nd tier, feeling of prestigiousness and accomplishment. And finally, on the top tier, self-actualizing, achieving one's full potential, which I believe not a lot of people can get to this point. So being able to achieve self-actualization, it almost seems like what humans are meant to be. Whatever you're meant to be, you achieve it, then you can feel like, wow, you know, I am worthy of my existence, because whatever you're really good at, you're actually using those skills. People are starting to realize that owning more things actually makes them unhappy. More things actually stresses people out. If you have a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of clutter, you always walk into a room thinking about how to declutter it, how to get rid of it. Whenever you move, there's always a kind of stress on how you can move everything in time, how you can fit all of it into a storage container, into a storage place. You might feel stressed if you invite people over and it looks really messy. And most of the time, whenever I go to someone's place, they try to excuse themselves if the place is really messy. people just generally like a clean place, a very sleek, kind of everything has its intended purpose. There's also something very elegant about minimalism, because if you use one single item and you keep on using it until it's really worn down and you just keep on using the same thing and it's really, really easy to use, good to use, and you can spend more money on this particular item, you can really enjoy this same exact thing. But little do people realize that when you do this, you actually spend really little money on a per cost use basis. Sometimes people might go overboard and buy a luxury item where the cost per use is actually really high. When you buy a quality item that is not astronomically high in price, the cost per use goes down a lot. It lasts a very long time, perhaps even a lifetime, such as like a cast iron pan. If you just use this forever, instead of buying a pan every single year, you're gonna save yourself over a lifetime, maybe a couple $1,000s. Over the past few years, I sold a lot of my stuff in the transition to become a minimalist. In the course of 1 year, I made about $8,000. So just the act of selling your stuff, you're gonna get a whole bunch of money. In the end, minimalism really does save you a lot of money, and personally, it helped me a great deal to get to early retirement. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to give me a like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.